Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and today I'm going to do a card making video, which has been a little minute since I've done one, I feel like. But this is a fun one because this is a sponsored video from a company called CEYA, and I'm not exactly even positive I'm saying it correctly, but it's CEYA, and I'm going to link my products below, and you can find them on Amazon. They are reasonably priced. They did offer to send me some freebies, and I immediately looked at the products and said yes, because it is definitely something that I will use, and I think that they are a lot of fun. So I did get I got two different things. One is the same, but they're just different colors. I got some special effects mica pigment. I have not used this that I am aware of before, but I really was impressed with the packaging. It comes with a little spoon, which is always nice. And this is in the color Ghost Gold, and it is really cool. Now I'm not going to open it because it does, it's little powder. It will get everywhere. But, and I'm not exactly sure yet what I'm going to do with this. I will try to do a video when I use it, but I thought it was really, really cool. And I don't know, maybe, let me look at it real quick. I am going to open it. I said I wasn't, but now I want to see it too. I feel like I may have used something like this when I did a craft class when I was on vacation in Daytona one year, a long time ago. You can see that it already kind of popped out of here. Ooh, it is a very fine, beautiful powder. Oh my goodness. It is so pretty. You know what? I might use some of it in today's video because I am enjoying it, and I want you guys to see it too because it is so pretty. So there is that. I'm afraid to leave it open, but I think I'm going to, and I'm just going to put it up there. And then the second things that I have are this chunky glitter, and the packaging again is really nice. I have used this on a card. This is the card that I did it with. It's called Flamingo Opal, and I just made a shaker card with a bunch of this beautiful glitter, and I thought it turned out really cute. I did a little bear, but this is Flamingo Opal. Very cool. And then this one, which is the one I think I'm going to use on today's card, I think. We'll see if I can get it open. I'm getting it open, don't you worry. This one is, oh my gosh, it's equally beautiful, and it's called Twilight. Oh my gosh, I love it. And I think it's picking up really pretty on the screen. I can see it on my screen, and it looks gorgeous. So I'm excited, and I really like chunky glitter. Now, they had a lot of other things to choose from, but I really liked this. So I'm going to make another card similar to this. I want to send one to one of my friends and then one to actually my son, because I want to send him some hugs, and I thought this was cute. So I think this one is going to go to my son Alex, and then I have a friend that does watch sometimes, but hopefully I will have sent this in time for her to see it. But if not, she'll be a little surprised. Lisa, this is coming for you. And I have gone ahead and cut out my die cuts. I just used some that I had in my stash. And then I also, oops, I'm getting away from myself. I also used a Chubby Chum Pals Paper Smoochies stamp set that I had in my stash. And I have the little bear from that set that I'm going to color and use on the card. So I already have stamped it, and I have my die cuts made. I just did the sending hugs. I am not using the dot for the eye because honestly it's so little, I lost it. And then I also cut out a little frame and my background. Now, when I did this background, somehow, I don't know how I did it, but I ended up with a little bit of, I could see the tape underneath this hugs. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I'm going to try to avoid that this time, but I don't know. If I mess up, I mess up, and we'll just go with it, just like I did with that one. So I have a piece of acetate that I've cut that will fit underneath the frame, and then I have this for the back of the frame like this. And then I also have a piece of paper that I might use as the background, but I haven't cut that yet. Let me go ahead and cut this down to size. I should have done that. I think I just cut 3/4 of an inch off. So let me grab that real quick. Sorry about that. I forgot to get this one ready. And then 5 1/2. It'll be 4 3/4. So here is that. I could use the other side too. Nope, I want to use this. And I will put this here, and then this will be layered here with the pretty shakes inside, and then I'll put sending hugs here. So let me go ahead and color this bear real quick. Get things out of my way. I'm just using one of the Stampin' Blends that I have in my stash, and I decided on a gray bear. It was funny, I was talking to Tracy this morning, and I was working on the card, and I said, I think I'm gonna color the bear gray. There's gray bears, right? And she goes, yeah, sure. She goes, I've never been close enough to one to tell you otherwise. So there's that. So then I just did a little bit of highlighting on it, just because I am not the best with these alcohol Copic style markers, but I do know that they are great for highlighting. I just don't know exactly how, so and I might be doing a little more than I did on the other card. I don't know. I just wanted to make him cute. So there he is. And then I'm just going to fussy cut him right out. And that is what we will use for that. I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. And let's go ahead and get this shaker made. I'm going to put this down first as the card background. And I have my glue out too, so I can use some of that. And then I need to build this up. So I'm gonna put this on the bottom. I probably should have waited to put this on. Oh well, I'm doing it a little differently, but that's okay. I'm gonna put this on the bottom, and I'm gonna try to center it, kind of just eyeballing it. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this acetate on my frame, and I'm just going to hold it with, I'm trying to think the best way to put this acetate on. Do I use glue or should I use some of this sticky tape? Maybe I'll use some of this sticky tape. And what I did with the last one was I cut the sticky tape in half, because the frame is kind of thin and I didn't want it to see, but I'm really not sure if this is necessary, but I'm just going to do it the same. So I don't think I need the tweezers yet. Let's put this down and this down. Acetate is here. Sometimes it's hard to see it. Sometimes you lose it, so be careful. And then I'm just going to cut this. I wonder if I can rip it. I am going to put a little bit of glue on each side here. I don't know if it's necessary, but I'd rather have it too secure than not enough with this glitter stuff going on. And my little handy dandy pick tool to get this paper off. Okay, so then I take the acetate and I just put that on the frame. Making sure that it's on all 4 sides, just like that. So now I have a clear like window through here. And then I need this part raised up a little bit, and I have some foam tape, and I like to use the not too thick foam tape because then it goes through the mail a lot easier. But my problem is that my not so thick foam tape is old, and it's not sticky anymore. So let me show you what I did here. Now here might be where my problem is. So I'm going to cut this down to size. And I'm actually going to make this straight on this end. And I'm going to need 2 of these this size, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut them both. And then I'll figure out the other side in a minute. And I'm going to, well, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if I shouldn't cut this in half. I think that might be where I messed up before. Maybe I should cut this in half. Let's do that so it's not so thick. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but it doesn't. If you have thinner, like not so wide, I think this is about 1 centimeter, but I don't need that big. Now you can either glue this down or you can tape it down or whatever, but I kind of thought maybe having some strong adhesive like this would be a nice way to get this to stick so that it's solidly stuck, if that makes sense, and that there's not any bubbles or holes in it so that the glitter will go through it. So I just took my tape and I'm going to tape this down. Now I am going to tape it kind of in the middle, but over toward the edge. So I had a little bit of space on each side, and that shouldn't matter as long as I get all the sides covered. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a minute. I'm going to put more tape down on this side. And I'm going to put this down. And then this one, I want it to fit in between here and here. So I need to cut this. Here, and I think I'll be able to push that down enough to make it fit in between. So I don't want any openings on the edges, otherwise the glitter will just fall out. So I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, I think when you see me put it together, it'll make more sense. So I'm just cutting that in half again. Some of this did have some glue on it that still worked, so it's a little sticky, but that's okay. I'm going to still put my tape down on it because I really like this double-sided tape. And I'm going to push this in between both of these, making sure that it touches both edges of this, and then I'm just going to kind of push it down and make sure that it's as straight as it can be, just like that. That way I know glitter won't fall out of here, and I know glitter won't fall out of here because it's they touch. I'm hoping that that makes sense. And then I will do the same to this next side. And okay, so this one seems like it's a little bit of a tighter fit. Maybe I cut funny and it's kind of a little wonky. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of stick it so it's underneath this one. So again, it's still a tight fit between both sides. The only thing is I need to make sure that my frame will cover that, and it will. I can still see a little bit of this tape at the bottom. I don't know, I didn't cut something right, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll do the same thing as I did the other card and it'll be fine. And when I'm saying tape, I'm talking about this foam tape, I should say. So now I'm going to not take off the edges yet, but let's use some of this really cool mica powder. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. It really, really is. And it's pretty exciting to be able to use it. I'm gonna have to look up some other ideas on how to use it. I don't think I need a lot. I think just a little bit will go a long way. And I'm going to seal this back up before I do anything else. I hope that that glittery is showing up for you guys to see, because it is gorgeous. And I'm going to keep it in this box that it came in, and I'm going to put the spoon right on top of it, and I'm going to store it in my craft bin just like this, because I want to make sure that I always know I have that spoon, which is super cool. I've never seen that before. Now I was going to use the Twilight, just because I think it's pretty, and I think I still will. And it also, so it comes, and this has a, I could use a, it's kind of like a spice thing. It has little dots there, or it has a spoon side on this side so I can use it. But it also comes with a cover on it, just like a regular spice thing. So if you wanted this, because there are different sizes of glitter in here. There's small and big. I'm not sure you can see it, but that's one of the big chunky ones over here. But there's small little pieces of glitter in here too. I think you can see it maybe on the lid. So if you did want to do the shaker side, you could get some of the smaller ones out, and hopefully you're seeing that. You see some of these smaller ones that come out with the shaker side. I don't want to put too much because I mixed it with that mica. So I think I'm just going to leave it maybe just a little bit more. I think that's going to be very generous. I think that is enough. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. I'm not even going to shake it or anything. First I'm going to do is gently, and this is the trickiest part of the whole card. I'm going to remove this tape, and I do all four sides. And there might be other techniques to make shaker cards. I'm sure mine isn't the only technique. And maybe there's something that you find better, because this does take, I'm not going to say a total steady hand, but it takes a smooth hand that you aren't going to knock this off or whatever. I'm not saying that, you know, you still might not, but this seems to work pretty well for me if I have everything secure. All right. So then now these are still sticky, like I said, those didn't wear off. I see a little chunky glitter over here. I'm trying to get away. You get in there. So now I'm going to take my frame and I'm going to place it on top. Now I'm going to shake it around. Oh my goodness. So that gave a totally different effect than I expected. Oh my goodness. It kind of made the window fog up, which is kind of a neat effect too. I could do like a car and put this on the window. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm honestly not sure if I love what I just did or if I hate it, but it's done. So I'm going to live with it. And you do need to be careful. I can see that some of my powder was coming out, so I am just going to seal it again pretty good. Maybe the powder wasn't the best idea with the glitter, because now the powder has covered the glitter and you can't really see too much of the glitter, but that's okay. It's still a beautiful card. I like the glittery effect on the window. So I'm going with it. I am just going with it. And let's see here. I think I'm going to do it like this. So once I have it figured out how I want my words or whatever you want to put on it, you don't even have to put anything on it. It's beautiful just the way it is. I should have thought about that mica doing that, but I didn't know. So you know what? We live and learn. And I think it's still really cool. And even though sometimes with crafting, even though it might not be the effect you were first going for, sometimes it turns out better. Sometimes it turns out differently and it's still cool. So, you know, go with it. And I think that's how this one was. I don't know that I like it better than the other one, but it's still cool and I'm just going to go with it. I should have thought of the powder covering up the crystal though. I should have thought of the powder covering up the glitter is what I was trying to say. And I got a phone call. So I'm back on track now. And I'm just going to put this hugs on here. If I can get out the glue. I love this glue, but man, it has such a fine tip. And that's my own fault because I put this fine metal tip on here. But if you don't keep this pin in, or even sometimes if you do, it just will clog up quickly. But I love the fine tip, so I use it. And I'm going to put glue on this side of the bear, not all the way over because I don't think he needs to have it all the way over, because I'm going to put him a little bit over, and so some of him is hanging off. So I don't need glue over there. So I think that is that. Now I didn't say, but I also used my pattern paper. So this is a very light purple. That was the underside of one of my pieces of paper in here. And I just used all of these as the background and the frame and the sending hugs and all of that. This was some of it. I know I had 2 other pieces, but it doesn't matter. Just I wanted to show you that it was what it was and how you can use stuff that you have in your stash, which is what this was. This is with Cartabella. So I want to send a big thank you for CEYA for sponsoring this video again and for sending me these beautiful products. I really do love them. They will be used. I think that they're really cool. And now I know a little bit more about the mica powder, and I'll learn more on how to use it. And hopefully I'll show you some other ideas and some techniques in the future, but I want to get this video out and posted. And this is a piece of, there's a purple paper background underneath this, but lots of glitter in here just because I thought it was fun. And who doesn't like a nice shaker card? This, I don't know, I really like it. This one's growing on me. I like how it's just so sparkly and shiny, and it does have the gold underlying. Hopefully that picks up on here. What is it called again? Gold Ghost or something. Ghost Gold. So yeah, I can see that. It's really neat. So there. So thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.